So the question was a bit unclear, but I'm gonna assume that you meant that theta was at this point with the adjacent side being 4 and the opposite side being 5. So since cosine theta equals adjacent over the hypotenuse, which would be this side 4, plus the hypotenuse side, which is this value c, we have to first find the value of the hypotenuse side in order to calculate cosine theta. In order to do that, we use something called the Pythagorean theorem, which is given here. We use A, B, and C for the sides. C is always the hypotenuse. So using these two sides, which would be 4 squared plus 5 squared, we can calculate the hypotenuse. Since it's c squared, we can square root both sides preemptively in order to avoid having to do that later. So 4 squared would be 16, and 5 squared would be 25. So 16 plus 25 is 41, which the square root of is a decimal point. But if you want to be exact, the value would be the square root of 41 is this hypotenuse. So cosine theta would be equal to the adjacent side 4 over 41 the square root. In a lot of math, we don't like to have a square root in the denominator. So in order to get rid of that square root in the denominator, we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the denominator, since the square root of a value times the square root of a value times itself is the same as just this value inside. So 4 square root 41 over 41 equals cosine theta.